Psycho Bish. It's Psycho Bish here. It's Psycho Bish here, and sorry for the hold up. My friend Edie Beatty was distracting me. As you know, as eat, deep, beat, beat, eat, deep, beady, bleedy, cupcake, cake, 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 Edie Beatty, leedy beady. Okay, anyway. Stop, Edie, not meow! As you know, I like Full Throttle. As you actually don't know, because I know you don't know yet. Okay, yeah. Well, see, we're having this picnic. We're having this picnic at school, okay? And
was at the movie.
Well, first, yeah, we'll start with the movie first. I'm going to the theater, the movie, with Edie and her boyfriend Tommy,
No.
ex-boyfriend,
No.
her ex-boyfriend
No.
Tommy,
No.
and I came upon Tommy, and he had this energy drink I've never even heard of in his hand, and I said, "What's that?" And he's like, "Full Throttle." I was like, "Give me a sip." He took a sip. I took a sip, and just a splash of energy went through me. It feels like my life has just come all together, all the puzzle pieces together. I was just, I was blown away. And as he was, and then he took it away from me, and then I kept taking it, and he finally figured out and stuff, and then he threw it away, because he chugged it all down, and I'm like, the fuck? So I walk out of line, I go in the garbage, and I'm like, there's still a few drops of maybe in there. I mean, like, what the hell? Who throws away a few drops of Full Throttle? There's still a few drops in there. You don't just throw it away just like that, okay? Okay? So I'm like, people are staring at me, and I'm like, come at me, bro. And Tommy is laughing his pants off over here, and I'm like, suck my dick. You can see his boner, yeah. And then there's a picnic at school, okay? This is like 4 weeks later, picnic at school, and we had to bring lunch things because we were going to the zoo for our field trip. And then I'm like, Mom, I need Full Throttle for my drink. I can't just have a sandwich, chips, and whatever else you pack. I need a drink. And then, so she takes me to all these stores, takes me to the gas station, no Full Throttle. Takes me to another gas station, no Full Throttle. Takes me to another one, no Full Throttle. Then we finally go into Hy-Vee, and I'm like, oh, there better be Full Throttle here. I go back by all the drinks, there's no Full Throttle. No Full Throttle. There's none. I mean, what place? It has every energy drink you can think of. Amp, Monster, Noose. It's like N-O-S-E. Nose. And then, no Full Throttle. Then these group of guys start walking. There's like a group of 8 people, and I'm like, and like 3 of them have Full Throttle in their hand, and I'm like, where'd you get that Full Throttle? And they're like, the gas station? I'm like, I went to 3 different gas stations, and none of them, zero, none of them had them. And they're like, well, maybe you didn't go to the right ones. I'm like, I'm pretty damn sure I went to the right ones. And they're like, they just keep walking. I'm like, I'm talking to you. Where's my Full Throttle? Tell me where the fuck that Full Throttle is. And then they're like, did you go to the Big Ten mark? And I'm like, I went to almost every gas station you could think of. BP, the other Big Ten mark, another BP. And I'm like, how much was it? Because I don't get my Full Throttle. I'm gonna explode. So I go to BP. I'm at the Big Ten market. They don't have any. They're just liars. They're liars. Face it, they're liars. They just tried to get me out of the way. So I had to get a Monster for my picnic. Yeah. And then at the mall, the store Domes always had energy drinks, Full Throttle and stuff. And that's when I didn't even know about it and never even tried it. And then when I want it, it's not there. And I go to the cashier, I'm like, sends me Full Throttle here, and he's like, "Oh, we don't have that. We don't have that anymore. You know why? Because we're stupid." And I'm like, how do you not have Full Throttle? You have Monster, you have Amp, Nose, 5-star, Rockstar, whatever you call it, but not Full Throttle. And I'm like, dude. And he's like, we'll probably get some in a couple weeks. I'm like, a couple weeks? A couple hours, whatever. I'm like, a couple hours? A couple hours? That won't work for me, you know why? Because I never. Makes me so frustrated how places just don't have your Full Throttle. And then I'm playing Skate 3 in my brother's room, or just Grand Theft Auto, one of those. I look behind me, and there's a big case of Full Throttle, and I'm like, I'm saved. I run over to it. It's empty. Just empty Full Throttle cans in it. I checked. No drops, no nothing. And I'm like, Luke, you son of a bitch. You didn't save me any. When life gives you cherries and there's no Full Throttle in the cherry bowl, you go crazy. I used to feel this way about Monster, but then Tommy stole my heart with Full Throttle. I bleed now, please. So if there's any savers out there who would like to donate Full Throttle, just tell me.
How many drugs are you on?
If you were a nice person and like to donate Full Throttle to this lonely, sad, drinkless girl, comment here.
You're a girl.
Comment, please, and I'll message you with my address, and you can send me. Please, this will help kids all over the world, including me. You'll be saving a life here.
You're the biggest
A life!